What is up, guys? This is Akila coming back at it again with another video. If you're new to this channel, I make videos just about my faith, sit-down videos, and fun little fashion videos here and there. If any of that floats your boat or suits your fancy, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on a video every time I post one on here. And if you end up enjoying this video, make sure you give it a big ol' thumbs up. Alright, so on to the video for today. So today, I'm just filming another video that's really just kind of unscripted. I just pray that the Holy Spirit just leads in some way, shape, or form. And so, yeah, I think what's really been coming up for me today is just this matter of pouring your heart out to the Lord. I feel like that's what the Lord has called me, and I feel like a lot of people in this season here lately to do is to not be afraid to just pour out our heart to Him. You know, like our longings, our desires, our frustrations, you know, our hurts, our aches, our pains, like just to pour it all out at His feet. Because ultimately, He can handle it at the end of the day. And I feel like we're not vessels that are made to contain just all these different things that we're holding on to. And so, like, if we continue to choose to hold on to these different things, ultimately, it's really just hurting us more than it's helping us at the end of the day. And so, I really challenge you, like, if you're a person who, like me, maybe struggles to open up and to be honest and real about, like, your emotions, and just how you're genuinely feeling, I would encourage you to maybe start in the book of Psalms. And I think Psalms is just a great pattern of what it looks like to pour your heart out to the Lord. Because if you look in the Psalms, that's exactly what David did. He poured it all out, like the good, the bad, the ugly, but he still always seemed to do it in a way that still showed reverence to the Lord and even still like leaves the reader with a form of hope. And so if you need a pattern, if you just need something to see, I would say one of the best places to start is with the book of Psalms. And then my other tip for you guys would be to journal. So I feel like I'm a person who a lot of times I do have just a whole lot of thoughts in my head. And I do feel like a lot of things, but it's hard for me to kind of fully maybe explain what it is even that I'm feeling. So one thing that helps me is just journaling. So just taking a pen, and a piece of paper, or just an actual like journal, you know, and just journaling everything I'm feeling out. Because sometimes we don't realize that we're carrying as much as we are. And I felt like I didn't fully realize that either until like I just started writing and I just let myself just to continue to write just all that I was feeling, the emotions that I was feeling, just talking about to the Lord, telling Him a situation that happened and how it made me feel. You know, even like I would write like questions to Lord, like, why is like said thing happening? Like, I don't understand. And I'd really just pour out my heart to the Lord in that way. And I feel like it was really helpful for me. I guess a third tip, I'm not gonna lie, I don't always do this, but I've done it sometimes and I feel like it is helpful. And I know for some people they really enjoy this, but number 3 is to go on a prayer walk. So there is so much power in prayer. And like we all pray in different ways. Some of us, like it helps us to write our prayers down. Some of us, it helps us to speak our prayers out loud. And then for a lot of people, I feel like some type of movement, having the movement of actually going on a walk and then, you know, just sharing their heart with the Lord also really helps them. So I would say definitely try like a prayer walk out as well. And it's also nice to be just outside moving and in God's creation too. So that would be my tip number 3. And then my tip number 4 would actually be willing to like share what you're feeling with a godly person, because I feel like this has been like a really big tip for me, because I feel like I've been someone who's just wanted to kind of like, um, not really share my emotions or just say that I'm fine or whatever and whatnot. But when I really started sharing my heart with godly people in my life, you can't just share how you're feeling with everyone, but with godly people, it's like through those conversations and through that fellowship, like I was able to gain more Christ. And a lot of these people had experiences that ended up really being helpful when they shared those different experiences with me. So if you take the time and you don't reach out, um, and you're just kind of like dealing with the situation yourself, like you don't know who like the Lord has already put in your life, who's maybe went through something similarly, and they have like a story that literally will be able to benefit you and to help you along the season that you are now in. And so I feel like God, he desires for us to connect with those who are around us. Like we're not meant to walk this walk by ourselves. Like we're just not. And I know it's scary to open up, but think about it. Even Jesus opened up to his disciples. Like if you read the word, I believe there's a part in the Gospels when Jesus is about to die on the cross when he just shares like, I'm really like weary and burdened in heart. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of paraphrasing, but even he opened up his heart to the disciples. Even he kind of like asked them in in a way, like I see it as him maybe even asking for, support, or just, sometimes when you're about to go through something really hard, or you're about to do something that's like really scary, it's like it's nice to know you have someone in your corner. So really think about it. Even like before Jesus was about to die on the cross, he asked the disciples to stay up and pray with him. They failed at that, but just seeing the Lord's heart, and that maybe he wanted the companionship of like his friends being with him in that, shows even the Lord himself like wanted to have human connection. So we can't really think that we're any different. Like we need human connection. So definitely I've literally gained so much, and it was hard because I am not a person who likes to share with people. But once I did, it was just like this weight that I was carrying by myself. Like that weight just got lifted and it wasn't as heavy anymore. And I honestly think the enemy was trying to like isolate me by getting me not to share, because he knew like all the other side of the conversations that I was going to have with those different believers and with those different godly women in my life. He didn't want me to gain their insight and wisdom. So if you're in the same boat, I know it can be hard, I know it can be scary, but be willing and pray about it first. Pray about like who is maybe a godly woman in my life, Lord, that you want me to share this situation with. And then after the Lord shows you someone, just like go to them and be open and just share it. And it might be kind of awkward or messy at first, but I'm telling you, I feel like the Lord will definitely move through that, and you'll probably leave that conversation feeling better than you did before you shared. I can't promise that ultimately. I'm not all knowing, but I just know in my past situation that it's been that way for me. And of course, you always do take a risk. That's why I'm saying pray about it first. And even if the person isn't, as isn't kind, or they don't understand the situation, like yes, that's a possibility, but don't let it discourage you from seeking the right person to share your situation with, because once you do, it really is worth sharing what you're going through with that person or with those select few people. So yeah, that's my tip number 4. I think we're on number 4. That's my tip number 4 for y'all. And then my tip number 5 for pouring your heart out to the Lord would be to take different Bible verses that really, I guess, exemplify what it looks like to pour out your heart to the Lord. I would say Psalms is awesome, a great place to start. We see David pouring out his heart to the Lord quite a bit in a just very honest, authentic, raw way. But also, I'm pretty sure there's other verses in the Bible that reflect what it looks like to just pour all your heart out to the Lord. Because I don't know about y'all, but there's sometimes I have times where I'm just like, Lord, I don't even know what to pray to you. Like, I don't have the words. So when we have times like that, I think a good thing to do is to go to the Bible, to go to the Word of God, and to pray the words that the Lord has given us from the saints who have gone ahead of us, from the people, who've walked ahead of us, and to pray that back to him. And honestly, that's something I want to do more so. I have my different verses on my wall and just some verses in my room, but I want to get better because even I'm asking the Lord, like, Lord, how do I pour my heart out to you? Because I know that's what you're calling me to do in this due season. And I've done that to some extent, but how did I do that even more so? And I feel one way that he's touched me with is through, just crying those different verses back to him, even singing those different verses back to him. Sometimes I like to just sing the word back to him, and I just feel like just lighter and like my burden has been lifted more so after I do that. And so, yeah, just pray about how the Lord wants it to look for you, because at the end of the day, we're all different. We all express ourselves in different ways and different manners. And so just ask the Lord, like, Lord, what do you want me pouring out my heart? How can I best do that in a way that glorifies you and in a way that is easy or natural, comes natural to me? So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, pretty please give it a big old thumbs up. And make sure you hit that subscribe button for more. And yeah, share it also with your friends. Anyway, remember, as always, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. I love you guys. Bye.